Now, before we get into this entertaining video, we would just like to remind you to like and subscribe.
Yes, please do like and subscribe.
Sunflowers! Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, I am here with Lady Crone, who is taking a snack break as I record. So hopefully you don't hear her munching on some cookies. I had some crackers before I came on camera. But all that to be said,
We've been filming for a while.
yes. I am here today to do a reading on Camila Cabello and technically Shawn Mendes, but really just about Camila Cabello and how she is dealing with the breakup or relationship with Shawn Mendes. I had read an article by Page 6. I will put some of the clippings of the snippets that they said, but Camila Cabello has been opening up on social media about how she feels emotionally and mentally and how that is impacting her life and her relationships and the people that she has around her. Would you like to say anything, Walt?
Well, just before you started, I wanted to just lay 3 cards because when I heard about how bad she felt, it was like a poem. And it shows right here in the middle, it's like victory. Victory. But it also here you see Jupiter. Is that Jupiter? I can't tell.
No. Saturn.
You
Close.
see Saturn. I couldn't see it. Thank you. All know I like wearing my glasses. And you see Saturn. So I know that she's going through some kind of learning process or a very hard time and a broken time. So here I see victory. And so that shows me here that her joy has been turned upside down.
Mm-hmm.
That what made her happy, what was her strength, was a struggle. It was a fight. It's just imbalance. There's been so much energy going on between them that her love for him have to move on.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in love with her as she thought he was.
Okay.
She was in love with this man. Whoever it is, I don't know, but whoever it is.
Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes. And as you see, the wands are what?
Leaving.
She really thought it was it.
Mm-hmm.
No. And I think they broke up and she took him back. So
yes.
The ideas that floating out
couple times, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what I wanted to add to the reading.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes.
You could take it from there. Was I off or?
No, you were not off because at least since we've been on YouTube within the last 2 years, because you have done.
That's who she been dating, the same guy?
Yes. Yes, still the same guy.
They've always had a turbulent relationship, off again, on again, off again, on again.
Yeah.
But this time it's really...
Mm-hmm. She's really expressing how...
Is it because he cheated?
I think so.
But you're not sure?
I'm not positive what it could be, but he definitely has had some cheating rumors. And then when they were separated, they did do their little own dating thing, and I think he dated somebody.
Isn't she 27, 28?
Let me check. And then
isn't she the one that's supposed to be prejudiced and racist and mean towards black people? Mm-hmm. Is this the girl?
Yes, this is the girl, Camila Cabello.
And she said she's sorry. She was young. She was just being foolish, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now see, you got bad karma.
Yes.
But we forgive you. Just don't do that again. We don't live in that world no more.
You were right. She is 27.
When you told me that, I thought it was a different guy. I done read on this woman a couple of times. No wonder the reading seemed so familiar, why I felt like I had something to say. Okay, now I got it. Okay, I got it.
And allegedly, I think it was, I will have it right here to double check me if I was wrong, but I think it was called BBC, or it's some live music festival that Camila Cabello, Shawn Mendes, and a few other artists are set to perform.
Okay.
However, It just seems interesting that they're going to be having to share the same venue, not the same stage, but both Camila and
They'll be all right. They're professionals.
yeah, they are professionals. And just earlier this year, we did see them getting cuddly at Coachella. So
Well, that was Coachella. That was months ago.
yeah, that was months ago. And they did
So
break up.
now, let's see what's going on with them now.
Yes, so this card will represent Camila.
Let me hold him.
Okay, here he is.
Mm-hmm.
I will shuffle the cards. Yes. You know, maybe he could just be like in his Playboy era, you know.
He's young. He's a little older than her, correct?
I will look that up.
I think he's a little older than her. I think he's a little older.
Hold on, maybe this will work. Hey Siri, how old is Shawn Mendes?
Shawn Mendes is 26 years old.
She older than him. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Siri. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
You know, the other day, I didn't even say her name or anything.
Mm-hmm.
She just randomly she randomly spoke. She was like, I'm like, nobody acknowledged you, Siri.
Okay.
All right. So now I shuffled the cards. So now I will pick out 9 cards. So 1.
You sure you want 9? Because here is the 9th card.
That will be the 9th card.
Okay. Give me the deck. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I don't want you to see where she's at in the deck.
Okay.
I don't want you to know. Only I know where he is. Now you can shuffle them.
Okay.
Now you can shuffle them. Do you know where he's at?
No, not a
clue.
So
this is really like when he show up. Because I have no idea where he's at either.
Okay, that was some shuffling. It's really hard to shuffle this little bit of cards. So,
but that's all you need for the Yes. What is the name of this deck?
The Letterman.
The Letterman. That's all you need for the Letterman and the
Kipper.
The Kipper. Because you're doing both decks, right?
And then sometimes I pick a block card. I enjoy having a block card sometimes. But we'll set that aside because right now we're going to be looking at what is currently in Camila Cabello's energy. I don't read cards upside down, however.
But they're not supposed to be read upside down.
No, they're not. But he did show up in her life upside down, which means he's not a positive force or influence in her life. However, at this very current moment, what Camila is dealing with is a mature woman. Maybe this could be her mother. Maybe it could be a manager, somebody that
counselor. Her could be somebody giving her counseling.
Yep, somebody that she could talk to and advice about. And who could she be talking to this person about? How she feels and her relationships that she's having with Shawn Mendes, and especially because of the way they are leveled with each other, we can even say that she's overcoming him because she's over top of him, which symbolizes the now I won't say a power dynamic, but symbolizing, since we're talking about her health and her mental and how she's coming out about how much of it's been of a struggle getting over a heartache. We could say symbolize that
she loved him, deeply. And she kept going back to him. They break up, they get back together. But what you're saying, baby Crone, is you see that she is overcoming. She will overcome. Yes. She will. She will overcome. It has not been. She's based her world on this man.
Yes.
She loved him. And that's her accomplishment. And now that you see your accomplishment and everything that you believed has crumbled.
Yep, she took a chance on something.
You took a chance, and look, this is years. Look, guys, they weren't just in a yesterday relationship. They've been at least in a year for what? I'm getting 5 years, 3-year relationship.
Let me see.
Off and on. That means so they never broke up. They just had pauses. You know, so this is. I know when we came down, they were like a hot tamale. That's like going on 2.5 years ago.
Yes.
So they've been around. So this is, that's why I'm saying this is the Shawn Mendes. I thought she had other boyfriends.
She did have other boyfriends during the short period that
But
they
she
were split.
found her way back to.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. And so it's never good. And now I understand. And I understand she's a mean girl. And that she, she's a little racist. But this all happened when she was young, girl, because she's still young. But when she was younger, did you find out anything?
Yes, let's see. It could have started when they collaborated back in 2019. So like you said, definitely 5 or so years. So they've definitely have time and energy invested in in each other. And they
know each other pretty good.
They do. And because of that, maybe that's why she keeps coming back to him, because that's somebody who knows.
I think she keeps thinking he's going to change. And until you understand it is what it is, and it'll be what it'll be, and there's nothing you can do about it. Time isn't going to change a person. A person has to want to change.
I like that. And what right now that she's looking at, which is in her past, but really it's like her past present, because the past affects your present moment, and then ultimately your present moment affects your actions in the future. So currently what she's dealing with at this moment, and as we see or heard about on her social media, she is looking at or dealing with despair, sadness, overcoming a heartache, having tumultuous times, maybe even dark times as well. And because of that, she's looking at that. Thankfully she has somebody that she can express her thoughts with, a mature woman, somebody that she can get advice with, counseling with, can seek some help. And also I see that she has a support system around her, which
friends,
which represents her friends, because we have the birds here, which is in her future, but also the future is kind of like now. So at this time she's surrounding herself with people at this point in her life, so that way she's not
alone. What is
alone.
that card of that 32? What is that?
Despair.
It's despair, burden. And if you take that 32, you have a 5. So you see here, she's not in a good frame of mind. She's heartbroken, burden. And you ever had a heartache? When you have the blues, it's like the blues. You wake up with it. You go to sleep with it. It's like having a nasty cold. It's your nose stopped up. You're not hungry. Yeah. It just lingers. You get up. It's there. It wake you up out of the sleep. Well, that's what a heartache is like. And because she's been with him so long, it's going to take her some time to untangle herself. And I hope that when she gets untangled this time, that she doesn't go back to him.
Yes.
Because I don't think she can take much more of it.
No.
I think she's at her breaking point. And I think that she come to realize it is what it is, and it'll be what it'll be. And time isn't going to change it. He is who he is. He's just immature.
Yeah, that's true. So now that I've talked about what's going on in her current energy, we're going to be seeing about like what's in her influence, like her indirect influences. And this I've been waiting to talk about because I find it an interesting dynamic. What's on the diagonal is I'm going to call a polarity, which is a family room, which is all about private manners and being more reclused or out of the public light. And then and then we have the community card, which is the polar opposite of the family room, which is all about being in the public eye and all about being in the public eye. And so because of that, maybe Camila, the best way I could explain this is like a hermit in the sense. She is maybe, even though she has to perform because she is an artist, you are kind of out of frame. Even though she does have to, be in the public side because she's a celebrity and life still has to go on and she still has to show up and perform. All she really wants to do really is just be at home, be by herself, be out of the public's eye, and just be to herself.
And sulk.
Yep, and sulk.
It's hard. That fame, Hollywood life is a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when
The
you.
show must go on.
Yes, the show must go on.
Well, money on the table.
Yeah, deals, contract signed. Now you guys got to share the same venue together. You got to keep it professional. And like you was just saying in a reading, you got to go cold turkey, but then it's kind of hard to go cold turkey when you're performing on stage and you know he's somewhere around the area around you.
That's when you put on your best act. That's when you put on, I'm not moved. I don't see him. I don't hear him. Even though inside you're about to fall apart.
Okay.
You pull yourself up. You act like you don't see him. You don't ask about him. If he's in a room, you leave. You only on it in there on a need to know, and you're looking your best. You're acting your best, and you put on the best show of your life. And as soon as it's over, you out. That's how you do that. Let him know I'm over you, even though it's far from the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Never let him see you sweat. Go ahead. But that's old school.
I like the sound of that. And then another influence that is, because there's two angles of influences, or what I like to call, it's a weird analogy, but we have your bubble and then your bubble. So, okay, let me explain. I explain it every time I use this analogy. So you know how you have your circle, or like what people call your bubble, which means how much you allow people into your circle or to penetrate your energy field.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I call this middle section right here, the core energy. That's like her bubble, what's completely directly influencing her.
Mm-hmm.
But you have an extended bubble, which is your bubble, and that's all the indirect things that are influencing you.
All right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So, even though it kind of sounds weird to say what's going on in her bubble, or what's indirectly influencing her, outside of the fact she has this polarity dynamic of being in the public eye, but also just wanting to just go basically crawl underneath a rock and just shriek away from the audience because she just wants to deal in her broken heart, and it's kind of hard. And like you said, you got to perform, and it's hard to perform and put energy in when all you are is really sad and don't have the energy.
And may I say something? You can look at the card. Instead of her looking at her future, she's still looking back at what was.
That is true. She still is looking back at what was. Mm-hmm.
Okay, could you put it? Now, when you're looking at an influence that's coming into what was, you see a cage with a rose. So therefore, that lets me know that she's not in prison, but she feels in prison in her mind.
Oh, I like
when
that.
you go down to the other end of it, you see a bridge. And that lets me know there's a way out of it. She feels in prison. She knows the way. She just got to be willing to cross over that bridge and let him go. And this is where the disconnect. Mm-hmm. So when you come from the other side, this is where a lot of intimate things are said. Quiet things. Things in your mind, where you go, your family room, the den, wherever you have your privacy. So it's been a lot of conversation going on about him. But if you look above there in that other angle, what is that, baby Crone?
The community card.
See, they talking. So it's people there that care about her.
Mm-hmm.
There are people telling her, their friends telling her, let him go. Girl, he ain't worth it. He don't see you for who you are. You've been going through this for years, but she hears it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Easy said, then done.
Sure.
So she got a lot of chatter. That's my take. Now you tell them your take, baby. I had to speak. You got me in here.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good because sometimes you help formulate words better.
No, you do good. It's just that what is the wonderful thing about us. You read it from your perspective, and I'm reading it from mine. The only difference is I have experience.
That's true.
That's it.
That's the
I've been
only
around the
difference.
world. I can't find my baby. I don't know when. Oh, wait, anyway, go ahead.
Yes.
That's the only difference. That's
Yes.
it. You come and you talk from your level of experience.
I do know about a on again, off again relationship and dealing with that for like 5 years.
Absolutely. And it's not pleasant.
No, it's not.
Because you find yourself entangled. Doing the tangle with somebody they don't even move you like that. But you don't know how to get untangled. It's like I don't feel him like that, or I don't feel her like that, but there's a part of me don't want to let her go or don't want to let him go. And then there are times I miss him, but I don't like him, or
it's weird. Those
you're
dopamine.
tangled. You're tangled. You want out, but then you want to stay. And then when you get out, you just want, because that's what you know.
Yeah.
You're settling. Love should not be like that. And nor should it be so intoxicating that you're making a jackass out of yourself.
Yes.
It shouldn't be. You have to find temperance, the balance.
Right. We showed up for her earlier.
You have to. You have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and most of all, know when to walk away.
Yes.
All right, I done came in and took over. Sorry, baby. Go ahead and take it.
It's okay.
You know you got me all fired up over here. I hope the mic pick me up. Come on back over here. Like she ain't saying nothing. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Baby Crone get lazy. She'd be like, okay, thank you. Go ahead. Give me what your take is.
From my perspective, I was thinking more along the... I wasn't sure... Well, definitely the cage, because surprisingly... I mean, not surprisingly, because these two cards go hand in hand, so they do have a rose.
And you see she has a rose. All of them have roses. That's good observation.
Yes. So that definitely tells you the love and care that they had, even though roses can symbolize platonic love as well. But
platonic, but that's usually a card. Red is really for lovers.
Okay.
And yellow is for friendship or something like that.
I got you. Well, some baby crone has been corrected today. I will look up what colors of roses mean. But because of that, I see that this love and care and the things that she treasured about Shawn Mendes, the things that keep her in despair and down in the dumps mentally, is something that, like I said, in the future, and this is in her future, that she will overcome it. It's a bridge. It's just a bridge symbolizes from getting from point A to point B, and point B is maybe not the recovery, but like taking the steps towards getting to recovery.
When you get over him this time, girl, don't take him back. Enough. Look at all your baby making years. Girl, stop.
Yeah.
Move on. He's not the one for you.
And maybe she has learned a lesson about maybe taking chances or being risky or so quick to maybe get back into a relationship when it feels like the time is right. Like, so maybe it could be like snake eyes or something like that. Now, do we want to pick out an outcome card, or do we think Oh, that's okay.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay. So I will pick an outcome from just the top.
I would like to pick an outcome card from the middle.
Okay.
It seems just about right for me.
All right, let's see what the outcome
And you want yours from the top?
Yes, I did one.
So there you go.
Okay, two outcomes. Okay.
Flip them both over so you can read them together.
All right, yours first and then mine second.
Let me see. Wow.
So you had the mature man, which matched the mature woman. Talk about pairs in here. I don't know. It seems like, well, actually, if we want to think about it that way, this mature man that you picked and this courtship card, which I picked, and courtship is all about the buddings of a new relationship. Maybe now, when in the future, when Camila Cabello has gotten over Shawn Mendes,
there will love find her again.
Yes, and maybe it will be in an older man, or maybe somebody that is more mature thinking.
More mature, yes, definitely.
Yes. So it is.
Because the other way, it wouldn't make sense. So let's say this is her. Let's say the card's reading like her and Shawn got back together.
Right.
Let's just say that's the way it comes off.
Mm-hmm.
You know that wouldn't work. She's heartbroken.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for the last 5 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
This has got to end. She knows this. This is why it's showing up as a burden now. This is just not another breakup. This is a burden. They just got back together. Now it's more rapid. She's got to let this man go. And she knows this has got to be it this time. This is it. This is no going back. And she knows if she go back, it isn't going to work.
Yeah.
She knows this.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's confronted. I gotta go forth. Everybody's telling me, my friends are telling me, this man making a fool out of me. I love him, but he don't love me like that. He loved me. He loved me, but he doesn't love me enough the way I need it. And I know that he keeps hurting me. I can't breathe. My life, he's everything. And then we gotta do the show, and she's in flux.
Mm-hmm.
So for the first time, she know I gotta end this. Because if I don't, we're going to be back in and out like a wave of nausea. In and out of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh. Who wants nausea? And so she knows she has to end this thing. And it's not easy.
Mm-mm.
But the bridge is saying it is there. It won't be easy. But she's going to have to do the cut. And that's what I'm saying. She has the key.
Mm-hmm.
So hard. She's there with the rose, but she's got to let it go permanently.
Yes.
No more going back. She got to make that resolution in her mind.
Yes, close that
and say,
cage
this
and
is it.
lock it.
Close the cage up and cross the bridge and not look back and throw that key in the ocean.
Mm-hmm. While you crossing that
because
bridge.
most big bridges are over water.
That's true.
Drop that key and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she have to do, because you done gave this man, I know, a good 5 years of off and on. This is stealing your baby years. It's stealing your joy. It's stealing your life. And I get it. When it's good, it's good. Huh. But what about the bad part?
Yeah, that's true.
They outlast the good.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we see her burdened down. This is affecting her money making, her skills. So she's took a gamble, she took a crap, she took them back, and God dang it, ain't a good 6 months, and they broke up again over some bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
And enough is enough.
Yes.
Did I take over?
No,
so
you
yes,
did
you
not.
can look at that and say we could get back together.
You could.
But that wouldn't make sense.
No.
Because
that was the first idea that came in my mind. I'm like, that just doesn't make sense.
That's where cards get tricky. So wait a minute. So you caught it when you said this got to be for a future event.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the cards and you see the bridge and you see the cage and you see the rose and you see the consecutive roses, that means there is future for you. You will meet someone. But before you can meet the right one, you got to get rid of this one. It was beautiful while it lasts, but it was all an illusion. It was never meant to last. And she's got to make her peace with it, just like somebody else we know.
Yes,
right?
we do. Mm-hmm.
So she got to make her peace with this and let it go and give her some time to heal, and love will find her.
How funny we read them on the same night.
Right. Love will find her.
Uh-huh.
And that's what you're saying.
Yes.
But she's got to go through some changes first.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So it will find her, but she's got to be willing to let this go. Mm-hmm. This woman has been off and on with this. I can't believe this is the same Shawn.
Yes.
I thought it was different men.
No. I mean, yes.
She'd go out with different men, mm-hmm. and then you would be like, she holding hands with somebody, but it never lasts. No. So she winds back up with Shawn. And how many years?
Since they've collaborated since 2019.
And they still here.
Yes, they still here. On and off.
And so I guess many of you will say, I'm just going to wait around until he gets normal. Until he find his footing. Mm-hmm. And that could be, you could be 30 years old. You could be 35. And maybe he'll never find his footing. Maybe you're not the one he'll find it with. Maybe you're the one who has to help him to know you'll lose a good thing by not finding your footage. And maybe you'll hasten his learning. Maybe you were just there in his life to teach him a lesson as he was there to teach you. And that is, don't fool around with love because you might lose it. and walk away. Sometimes we're in that person's life to teach them that.
Okay, that's true.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we're not always around for the good parts.
That's true.
Sometimes we're around for the bad. And I'm telling you, now that I understand who Shawn Mendes is, girl, if you leave him, and then it would have to be 3, 5, 10 years later. Time have to go. It
Yes.
can't be 6 months. That's no time.
Yeah.
You need years.
Yeah, to see
And
some
that's
solid
what people
change.
don't want to accept. You want to wait around. You want to wait around for years. It may take 5 years, 10,
Yeah.
some 20.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to wait around while they go through those changes. When you're ready, they're not. You got to be able to read the signs
Yes.
and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, your youth is fleeting. When you met him, you was in your early 20s.
It's true.
Now you're in your late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Yeah, that's true.
What we sacrificed for so little.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, we don't learn these things until we old.
That's true.
And then you don't have the men knocking on the door like they used to. Or either you don't put yourself out there like that.
Mm-hmm. Or you just don't want to put yourself out there.
Absolutely.
Because you've been hurt.
Because you grow up, not because you've been hurt, but because your values. It could be because you hurt, but it could be your values has changed. And it could be that you may see yourself more worthy.
Okay.
You may see yourself as I'm the catch and I'm not going to run after. Like in my case, I want love to find me. I've never sat back and waited. And that's what I'm willing to do. Okay. Even if it never comes. But I can't think like that.
No, you cannot.
Because that's negative, but it's only the thoughts that come, especially when you never experienced it. Right. So I'll say the negative thought. What if I'm sitting around and it never comes? That's the negative. Because I'm in a land that I never did. I never waited. Mm-hmm. But I'm trusting myself and I'm trusting the energy that's within me, that I am putting myself in a position that I can draw what I want from the universe to my front door. Yes. Right? Mm-hmm. He could be a traveler lost, just drove up my driveway. We don't know how it is meant to be. That's he could be somebody on the phone and call the wrong number. Mm-hmm. It's so many ways. And I'm believing that it can happen. Yes. Magic. Mm-hmm. And I'm waiting for something magical. Does that make sense? Yes. I need something magical, and I need something to come my way that is true and sincere, that I didn't will in my life. Like I didn't say, oh, I want him. He's cute. I don't want that. I want it to be all orchestrated. Mm-hmm. Just being. Yeah. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. It just happened. When they say I don't know. Serendipity. Yes, I like that. That's what I want. And that way I know we have a chance to last. Mm-hmm. Because he didn't work it, I didn't work it, but we were in the same mind frame. And for whatever reason, we connected. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm looking for, serendipity. Yes. How about that? And I wish that for her and all the other lovers out there that want that. And it's so sad that we see these beautiful women being hurt by these men that are reckless and young. Yes. Don't be so quick to fall in love. To fall in love is to fall in an illusion. Mm-hmm. But try this. Fall in like. I like that. Fall in like. Yes. Like I'm falling in like with you. Mm-hmm. I like the way you brush your teeth. I like the way you comb your hair. Mm-hmm. And think of all the things. If you can get 10 things that you really like about that person. Okay. And they got to be meaningful things. Things that mean to you. Mm-hmm. You know. And then you could say, I think I can allow myself to fall in love with this person. Okay. Because I love the way he loves me. I love the way he makes me feel. Go deep. Mm-hmm. Don't keep it superficial. Or else you'll end up. Yes. What's her name? Camila Cabello. Young love does young things. Mm-hmm. Mature love does mature things. Yes. Once bitten, twice shy. So now you know what it's like to love immaturely. You say, why did love bite me? Why? That's just what it do. It's not personal.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's just currency.
Yep,
It's
that's
an
true.
emotion.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what it do.
Yes.
And until you take control of it, it will take control over you and bite you every time until you set the standards, until you set the course and live by it. Mm-hmm. And then that trains any other guy, woman, man, woman, boy, or girl that come in your path will have respect for you. And boundaries are set. And no thief or a liar can penetrate your fortress if you stand true to who you are and what you want. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yes.
Go ahead. Take back your reading.
All right.
Well, I'm here when I come up on a reading with Baby Cone, it's because A, she want me here, and B, she know I'm going to do this. So
yes.
And she loves it. Mm-hmm. Look at her sitting over there saying, thank you.
Yes.
But go ahead. You close us out. Give us something from your own.
Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've made it this far, if you enjoyed this reading, enjoy love, or enjoy Camila Cabello, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe if you have not subscribed. It would really mean a lot to us. And please leave a comment on somebody that you would like me or Lady Crone to read on. And
or together.
Oh, yep, together too. We could tag team somebody.
If I want to, though. It has to be somebody I want to do.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, oh yes, preferably somebody in their 20s for me at least. So that way I can have some relatability to who I read on.
That's fair.
Yes.
That's fair.
And with that being said, you know what we say to this?
You know what we say?
Yes. Sunflowers!